What up? What up?
What's happening, bud?
Not much. Watching the Blair Witch Project. Um,
The OG.
yep. Yeah.
Cool.
Spooky season. Trying to get. I've been watching like I don't know, probably 2-3 movies a week,
Nice.
all horror stuff. But what's been up with you? Anything special?
No, not really. Pensacola State Fair is in town. Might go to that tonight.
Lit.
Yeah.
Um, I tried to watch UFC a lot yesterday. Couldn't. I was told Stream East was reliable, and it was not working for me.
No. You gotta try meth streams next time.
Yeah. I also got to find I'm going to keep trying to use free trials for as long as I can. Um because I don't have like a provider of to actually watch Celtics games. So I literally got a free trial. It
Yeah.
was like a 10-day free trial. I canceled YouTube TV because I didn't know it was immediately gonna end it. Should have, but I didn't want to forget and have it charge me like $65 a month. So next I'm gonna try like Sling. And then
Sure.
eventually I'm just gonna find one. I'm gonna have to sell for one unless I can figure out how to get free streams. And I don't have to deal with like going to a streaming site every single time.
Right. Yeah. I hear you. It is a pain in the ass. I do that on Sundays for. I have to do that for the Patriots games down here.
Yeah. I know.
I have to sit here and watch every single fucking week the Saints or the Bucks play. That's all. That's like it's one of the two games that's playing.
Yeah, well, it sucks because if you live out of market, you with the Celtics, like you get league pass. I'm pretty sure you buy a team league pass for like $7.99 a month or something like that.
Yeah. I also. I mean, my mom has cable, so
Yeah, I need to figure out how to get that onto here because my parents have cable, but every time I ask them their information, they never helpful. But I'll figure that out.
Yeah,
Good week for the Celtics. I mean, about as good as we could have asked for.
definitely.
No serious injuries. Al's off the injury report.
Yep.
3-0.
3-0 against three. Well, the Magic aren't very good, but they're better.
Playoff teams.
But, yeah, against three potential playoff teams.
And one scrappy young team who like honestly is a lot of fun to watch. Like Paulo Banchero, like I'm very confident. I mean, obviously he was number one pick, so it wasn't like I was making some bold prediction, but I mean he looks really good.
Right.
He looks just like he's gonna be the guy. At least offensively, he seems like he can do it all.
Yeah, I mean, at 19 years old to be able to, he's going to be a 20-point a game guy this year at 19 years old.
The second player or the first player since LeBron to have 25, 5, and 5 in his first game. I mean, that's just crazy. That Magic team is interesting. They're weird.
Yeah, because they're young. They have guards, they have wings, they have at least one big in Wendell Carter.
Bol,
yeah. Like Bol was playing meaningful minutes last night, or 2 nights ago.
Yeah, I mean, he blocked a Malcolm Brogdon jumper, and he wasn't even close to the shot. Like he just so. Yeah. No, I mean that was a fun game to watch. Like it was obviously it was very tight at times. Celtics were able to pull away at the very end. It was very funny because I felt like the Magic had an opportunity. I think it was right off of Marcus Smart. He kind of took a quick three at the beginning of the shot clock when the Celtics were up like, I don't know, like 7 or 6 points, something like that. And then Cole Anthony comes down the other end, gets it, and he tries to rise up for that dunk in transition, just absolutely flubs it. And that was kind of the dagger. I felt like once he missed that, it was just like the air just like fell out of the tires.
Yep.
No, but
do you want to work back from this Magic game and then okay. I'm just pulling up the box score real quick.
I know Sam Hauser. I was very impressed with. Was 3 for 4.
Hauser shot really well. Derek White's looking automatic from the corner.
He also had a big dunk.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised. I didn't expect him to rise up there.
Blake got 10 minutes.
He felt like he had more of an impact than his box score showed. He had one play diving on a loose ball that got poked out. Like,
yeah,
he's making some hustle plays.
Definitely, he's contributing at least.
Got to move in the ball.
Yeah. Same with Vonleh. The stats don't pop out. 14 minutes. He took 2 shots, 3 rebounds. Vonleh looks decent. You know, he's not playing in China bad, you know, like he was last year.
Well, this wasn't his best game. Like I thought he looked really good against the or he held his own, looked a lot better against the Heat and the Sixers than he did in this game.
Yeah.
I think he maybe got a little bit exposed, which we kind of talked about. Like he's not going to be an NBA starter, but I think when you're playing those big minutes against other starters, he's going to tend to get more exposed. But he's a guy, he provides a lot of effort. You know, he's going to be able to get some rebounds for sure.
Right.
That's what we need out of him. We don't need a superstar.
Mm-hmm. Brogdon doesn't look comfortable shooting the ball, which is strange. His jump shot's just weird. That's the only negative I took from last night.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of in a weird spot where I feel like he's used to having the ball in his hands a little bit more, and he's kind of going on and off, like going from being a spot up guy to like being a guy that's creating off the dribble. Because they're using him a lot with Brown and Tatum off the court, but he's also playing alongside like Smart or Tatum sometimes. So he's been kind of mixing back and forth. I think the shot's gonna fall. He still looks very good as just like a creator.
Mm-hmm.
And just like such a huge addition to the team. Like it's a lot of what we were missing last year. Just like having another guy, he can pass the rock when he needs to. He can spot up and shoot. He can create off the dribble. He's looked pretty good defensively as well. Like I've just been super impressed by him. Like I think he's just like the perfect fit for what we needed this year.
Definitely. Jason Tatum, 40 burger, 14 for 21, 48 and 1 assist.
Jalen had a rough one. Tatum, if MVP was like decided today, which obviously is not 3 days in, I'd probably vote Jason Tatum.
Yeah, exactly. Probably.
He's looked so good. I mean, Jaylen Brown up to this game had looked really good. Peyton Pritchard got his first run of the year, which I think we kind of talked about. It's like it sucks. Like, and I think he made a 3 in his minutes. It's like he's good. He's just not better than Derek White or Malcolm Brogdon or Marcus Smart. Like that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah, you got 4 minutes, catch and shoot, corner 3, bang that. Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, he is a really good basketball player, just the 5th guard on this team.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Scal that was talking about it, or maybe I was listening to anything is potable. I think either Jay King or Scal was talking about. I was like, dude, they just trade him. Like it's like he's clearly got some value, and I mean we kind of talked about it too. It's just like, what's the point in having him on the team? It really sucks. He's so good. Like you think you get some sort of value for him that could be more of a benefit to this team. Like we've seen, like not really the center situation. Al's gonna have to rest some games. Hauser's been great so far, but how confident are we going forward with Hauser? Just maybe some more depth in that department. Maybe just getting a future pick for a guy that's not going to play. That has some value to a lot of other teams. So that'll be interesting to look at going forward to see if he's getting any sort of consistent run when the Celtics are full health.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like they would trade him next week because something could happen. Someone could go down, knock on wood, hopefully never. But
they'll probably wait for like something else to happen. Like another team's like backup or starting point guard goes down. Like they need a guy like Peyton Pritchard, and we kind of have that where we can kind of leverage the situation a little bit. So I was a lot of talk about the Magic game, and then prior to that we had the Heat, which obviously rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals of last year. And the Celtics once again, like they looked really, really good. Their offense has looked very good so far through 3 games.
Yeah, it looks really good, and the defense is still there. I mean, teams are scoring more points as of through these 3 days, but 3 games. I mean, but yeah, the offense is great, and the defense is again one of the better units in the league. Tatum, Jaylen Brown combined for 57. After the Magic game, he was the first player to score 100 points in the first 3 games since Larry Bird, was it?
No, it was the most points scored in the first 3 games. The previous holder was Larry Bird at 96, I believe.
Yeah.
So he beat by 8 points. Just a tremendous start to the season.
Mhm.
Just some, I mean, relatively short lineup this game. Uh, like we said, I mean, we pretty much predicted the rotation. I think we predicted that Cornette maybe would have played a little bit more, but it's looking like Von Lake favorite backup big. And it looks like Sam Hauser, like we kind of predicted, just looking at the way the team was kind of designed, is Sam Hauser's getting like all those backup forward minutes. It seems like he's been getting pretty consistently like 12, 13 minutes a game.
Yeah, I mean,
Aside from the first game where we felt like we needed to go big against Tobias and Embiid and PJ Tucker and those guys.
yeah, I mean, him and Vonleh have been, other than Brogdon, have been the two guys off the bench.
Yeah, and
You know,
Grant, of course.
and Grant, yeah, but I mean, those are some pretty slick guys to have come in and give two of the best players in the NBA a rest. You know.
Yeah. And like we've also seen a little bit of Blake Griffin, like Von Lamb, Blake Griffin are kind of combined that backup big. I
Yeah.
mean Grant of course too, but Grant's been playing a lot of four. I think they kind of like Grant at the four,
Mm-hmm.
providing spacing. Now I have to guard those bigs. He's obviously a big physical guy that they really like to put him on guys like we saw with Paulo and other like power forwards. But just once again, like this Heat game and the Sixers game, I think we've seen the versatility of this team, and I just can't help but just keep thinking about how deep this team is. Like so much deeper than last year. Um, we were rocking an 8-man rotation, and even then, like I mean that's super thin, and that's not really something you can maintain. Like it was an 8 or 9 man rotation for the most part this year, but like we still have guys on our bench that were in the rotation last year that aren't getting any minutes this year, like we've seen with Peyton Pritchard. Like our
Yeah,
two deeper team this year.
and I think Justin Jackson is better than last year. We were rolling out Romeo and and Dennis Schroeder and Josh Richardson. I mean, all credit to them, but I mean, Josh Richardson hasn't played yet this year. Romeo was a cut candidate.
Well, to be fair, the Spurs are also trying to tank, so it makes sense that Richardson might not be playing big
Yeah,
minutes. Um, but did you see Matt Ryan played, I think, like 13 minutes for the Lakers?
no, I didn't.
Like two-way end of the bench in game minutes for the Celtics. Matt Ryan is now like a rotation player for the Lakers.
Yeah,
They're in rough shape. The Celtics, on the other hand, like I'm very happy where we are. I can't be more positive after 3 games. I was like concerned that um we had a lot of opportunities. Like it was a big game against Philly. Philly was fully healthy, and we were missing Rob. Like we were
yeah,
missing some front court depth against a team that's very big and physical. But guys like Noah Vonleh, Blake, like we were able to step up, maintain that physicality. Obviously, Heat were a competitive team. They're always good. They're, I think, a little bit weaker than last year, but that's obviously a tough game. And then we had to play Orlando on the second half of back to back without Al Horford. So our front court was like completely depleted.
mm-hmm.
So 3 great wins to start the year.
Definitely.
And we bounced back against the Bulls, who are 1-2. Um, very winnable game.
Yep.
Obviously, the Bulls aren't just garbage, but they're definitely not the team they were last year.
No, Levine's knee is still hurting him. I mean, that's what you get with those guys that fly around. But
Alonzo's out.
and Lonzo's out. Yeah, I mean, a very winnable game. Should be really fun to watch. You said that's what, Wednesday?
No, Monday. We have Monday and I believe Friday this week.
Yeah, Monday, Friday, Sunday.
Yeah. Friday against the Cavs. That should be a great game. And then Sunday against the Wizards, who I mean are the Wizards still. I think they're 2-0, but I don't really buy it.
Kuzma's been playing really well.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like exactly what the Lakers need right now.
Yeah.
But as far as the Bulls go, I think the only thing I just had the first thing that came to my mind when we're like talking about this Bulls game coming up is just Andre Drummond.
Yeah.
He just always seems to have Al Horford's number. So I feel like if they're gonna win, it's gonna be like an Andre Drummond grabbing like 12 and 12 or something crazy like that off the bench.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I feel pretty confident. Like obviously you can't predict everyone; it's so unpredictable in the NBA. But I'm feeling really confident we're out of this week at 5-1,
Yeah,
and
that's
I was kind of yucking their yum a little bit. Like I didn't think this team would gel super quick, but I mean that we already look good. I think the team chemistry is great.
yeah,
And some I'm guessing that some of Mazzulla. Am I saying that right? Mazzulla. Um,
yeah,
some of his coaching. I don't know if it was him or Marcus Smart. We've seen the past two games where they've kind of done that trick. Obviously, got ruined last night by the ref not knowing the rule, but just like rolling the ball out without touching it, so the clock's moving. Because if
yeah.
it's more than 2 minutes, the clock will move. Um,
Mhm.
that's just obviously that would piss me off if I was an opposing player, but very strategic. I really like that. Um, just working the clock down when we have a lead, making the game a little just kind of wasting time away that they can mount a comeback. Um, so I'm really liking that. I'm really liking the rotations. I think Mazzulla's done a good job kind of mixing things up, trying some things out. We've seen him go small. We've tried to go a little bit bigger. Um, Overall, nothing really to complain about so far from Mazzulla.
No, not at all. And I think it's been interesting because there have been times I'm watching the game and like, where's Derek White? Like, haven't seen this guy. Like the rotation is interesting. It's not the same rotation we saw from Ime last year. It is obviously the first week of the season, and they're getting back into the swing of playing like regular season minutes, guys like that. But it's been really fun to watch because we're getting everybody on the team is contributing, and every lineup feels new, feels positive, both offensively and defensively. Like it's fun to see different combinations of people. And last year we were like I said, those guys with Romeo and Josh Richardson, and like you'd have to ask just one player to score the points while Jalen and Jason sat or someone sat, you know?
Yeah, but we've seen like Derek White, like we kind of talked about this when he came here. We're like, well, I think he had one season where he shot 38%. And we're like, well, like he was having to do a lot of the ball handling in San Antonio. He didn't have the passers like he does here. He doesn't have the other star players take that attention away. I feel like we're seeing that more. Like I feel like we never saw him this wide open sitting in a corner. Because I feel like last year, once we got him, like he was like, okay, him and Pritchard, second unit, like they're getting all the run, they're getting all the attention. But now it's
Yeah.
like you put that second unit on, you have Grant Williams, who's obviously a guy that shot like something great. What did he shoot last year from like 43% from three, something stupid
Yeah,
like that.
2% in the playoffs or something.
And you have obviously Malcolm Brogdon's going to be the main guy people are looking at. You got Sam Hauser, who's a deadly 3-point shooter. Defensively, he's not there, but offensively, like he's as good as they come as just a knockdown shooter.
Yeah.
Um, and so you have other options. You just have Derek White left alone in corners, and he's just able to take nice, easy corner threes. And it's just feeding real easy looks, and he's able to shoot a high percentage off it. So that's like really promising that because of the way our team is we're getting the best out of our players because we're not asking a lot of these guys to do too much.
Yeah. And I mean, the one of the big points, the talking points was that Derek White had form training over the summer. And it's paid off massively so far. I mean, he's meshing together with all the good shooters on this team. And I mean, it just makes him adds another facet to his game, makes him that much more valuable.
Yeah,
Hitting
because the more tickets you have to pay for him, the easier it is for everyone else as well.
exactly.
But no, really, really liking this team. There's not much more positive I can say. Um,
No, it's been so much fun, dude. I've been so excited to get the Celtics back on my TV.
yeah. It would be nice if they could just like really put away a team, I feel like it's been like close and they've kind of pulled away like last like 2-3 minutes of all these games. It'd be
Yeah,
nice for a blowout this week. Um, I like that. That's just always nice. You can sit back and relax, get guys like Pritchard some run. Um, Hopefully we have at least one of those. Also like to help with the minutes with Tatum and Jalen Brown and with Al.
yeah,
Obviously, we're gonna need Al till Rob gets back, and we're gonna need Al when Rob gets back. But until he gets back, we're thin at the center of the big position.
right.
And we're gonna need him. So we need any sort of rest he can get. Like even if it's taking a couple minutes off in games, that's gonna be huge down the stretch.
Definitely, we need Blake and Vonleh to play like backup centers.
Yeah.
I was not impressed with Cornette at all.
No, he looked very, very awkward. Like he almost like he didn't know what he was doing out there.
Right.
He's like at least a pretty good like shot blocker, and he really just I don't know. He looked out of place. He looked like he really didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, how can you be 7'2" and be out of place in the NBA?
Yeah, I
You
don't
know?
know. He got dunked on by it was Franz, right?
Yeah, Franz Wagner.
He was kind of out. He was kind of trying to play in between. He was trying to play both the ball and the cutter, and he just kind of wound up getting stuck between a rock and a hard place and got slammed. Yeah.
The Wagner kid is really good.
Yeah, Franz is really good. Paulo's really good.
Yeah.
Cole Anthony, he's a weird one. I don't know. Terrence Ross always lights us up.
I know. There was one massive dunk that he had too that was just like, man, I wish we had this.
Yeah, it's like I think like we've been doing this. This is our second full year. We did it right before the trade deadline of 2 seasons ago. We started this. And I think both years I've mentioned Terrence Ross as like a guy that I think would be a good fit to the team. I still think so. He's just a great scorer.
Yeah, he is. He's so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's what like he's
6'5", 6'6". He's getting older now. He's like the veteran of that team, but still, it's like he's just a bucket.
He is.
And I feel like every time he plays us, he averages like 30 points a game. He just looks like an all NBA player.
Yeah, in Orlando, where he was playing in Toronto too. Like,
yeah,
so good there.
I mean, he just had the same role. He's like, yeah, I'll just kind of, I'll start, I'll be the sixth man. I'll just get buckets. Like, whatever role you're putting me in, like I know I'm gonna be the go-to scorer for a while until Paulo's finally polish his game.
Yeah,
he's just a guy. He can just score when he's on the court. Really fun to watch. But do you have anything else from around the NBA you can think of?
I'm trying to think if there's any other like interesting takes over the week. I mean, the Pels look good.
Yeah, Zion looks very healthy.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
The Nets do not look good. They looked very like a team that looked like they didn't really know how to play together. A lot of like they didn't. It hasn't been as bad because they do have a ton of talent, but like I don't know. I think Steve Nash his seat's already pretty hot.
Yeah, it was hot all summer, and this week has not been kind to him.
Who else did they play? I knew they played the Pelicans the opening game. Did they play?
I'm looking.
Nets.
They're 1-1. They beat the Raptors.
Okay. Yeah, so they've only played 2 games, but no, I mean they just in that Pels game they just did not look good. Like they got bailed out a lot by just like having KD and Kyrie be KD and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons really hasn't.
He was bad.
I mean, I guess he put up just like a Ben Simmons stat line, but I feel like he's just regressed. Like ever since all that talk, like he just isn't. He's just like, oh yeah, I'll just pass the ball. I don't really care about scoring, which is very odd. No, but I don't really have too much else. I mean, very positive week. I'm glad we had good stuff to talk about. Really liking the trajectory of this team.
Yeah, same here.
I think if Rob comes back healthy, I think we could win it all this year.
Absolutely. Rob comes back and plays how he was playing last year. This is the best team in the NBA. Easy.
Yeah.
Have you watched any football today?
I haven't. I've been out and about today. I just noticed that not in our league, in the other, I'm kicking ass in our redraft league, but in my other league, I just had Mark Andrews and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think Mark Andrews had 1 carry for 4 yards, and Amon-Ra St. Brown had 1 catch and got injured. So that was very cool. So I got
2 leagues.
So I have 1.3 points from the 2 of them. So I'm definitely not winning that week. And I have a heavy Bills Philly, or a decent amount of Bills and Philly players because I was betting high on the Eagles this year, and it's worked out. I have Jalen Hurts as my quarterback in all my leagues, so just rough week for me. Rough week for your boy.
Yeah.
Looking okay in my. Just kidding. Now I'm not looking so okay in the other league because Josh Jacobs scored another touchdown.
Yeah, you're gonna be in a barn burner with Sky.
Sick, dude. I can't wait for me to lead the league in points again after this week. Be 3-4. That's
Yeah.
just so crazy. Like I'm leading the league right now. I'm 500.
Yeah.
I'm leading the league by a decent amount too. The next closest is Skylar at 869. And he's not going to beat me by a ton. So I'm still going to be leading the league in points. I might have an under 500 record. That's just bad fantasy luck. Like I don't want to trade any players on my team. I know you've been begging for me in redraft, but like I like my team a lot. I score like 150 points every week. I just lose every single week.
The redraft one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I played Rick the one week he's won. He put up 160 against me. He hasn't put up more than 125 in any other week. And it's just like, yeah, dude, sick. Like I've just been consistently putting up like 130 plus every single week. And I just happen to face guys that are on their hottest weeks. So
yeah.
Or lose by 1/8 of a point or an 8/800th of a point to you. Like it's just been bullshit like that all year in that league.
Yeah, I am the only haven't allowed 700 points yet. It's just like I've been playing people on down weeks. Well, my team is good, but
that's what's crazy is like I only have the most points scored against me. I've just had really bad luck. Like I said, like I haven't been getting blown out. I've been losing by like a half a point.
right.
Or like shit like that. But or the weeks I'll win by like 80. Like the 3 wins I have, I'll have huge wins. They won't score much against me, but in my losses, it'll be like I'll lose 150 to like 160 and just
Yeah.
No, I tried watching, like I said, UFC. I heard it was really good main card. I watched the prelims. Prelims were okay.
Uh-huh.
Nope, trying to get more into that.
It was a really good card.
Yeah, I heard the fights are really good. I'm gonna watch it when it comes out on. I know the results, but I'm gonna watch it when it comes out on like ESPN
Yeah.
Plus.
It should be what, tonight or tomorrow?
No, I guess it usually takes like a month. They said. I feel like it's not that long. I feel like it takes a couple weeks. Well, because of pay-per-view, so they don't want to like immediately release it.
Oh, okay.
But no, that's all I really have.
Yeah, same here. Let's cook up a trade in Dynasty off air. So
Okay, we can think about that, but I don't really like trades right now, and I don't want to help you because I have your pick. So that's the issue.
Matt, my pick is going to be the first overall pick.
Yeah, and mine might be the second. So like I don't want to be helped too much anymore now. Like I'm still trying to win, but I'm also not like actively like trying to make my team better because I might just get number 1 and number 2 pick in this year.
You are going to get the number 1 and number 2 pick.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't want to improve. So like I don't know where I can't improve, and I don't want to help you. So it's a very weird. We can't really help each other.
Yeah, we can help each other, Matt.
Because I don't want to get like just mediocrely good and be like get the 4th pick, but I also don't want to make you a lot better and then me not have the number 1 pick anymore.
That's the nice thing about owning the picks for the 2 worst teams in the league. Then if
I can just sit on it, and then I have the 2 top picks. I don't know. That's my logic behind it, and then my team can be filthy next year, and hopefully I can get. Breece Hall was injured today too. I hope he's fine, but
yeah. No, we can
stop starting Michael Carter and Breece Hall every single week. So there's another running backs that get playing time.
Yeah. Well, I have a plethora of running backs, Matt. Young ones that I can sell to you.
Well, you can send me some. I'll look at them, and I no promises after that. But
okay. Well, will you at least counter once?
I'll counter once to one of your trades.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. Well, I'll see you next week, pal.
See you, buddy.